Governor Joe Lombardo was in town today talking about his education agenda at Mountain View Christian Schools. 8 News Now reporter Brian Will spoke with the governor today, tells us what this bill is and what opponents are saying. Brian?
Yeah, Brian, Assembly Bill 400 would send tax dollars to a scholarship program that would pay for students' tuition at private schools. That's just part of what this bill that the governor is hoping to pass this session.
Their academic future is very important to me. Without this financial assistance, I would not know how I would make ends meet to ensure that their learning needs were met.
I went from a struggling student that uses dyslexia as an excuse to an AB student that uses my dyslexia to my advantage.
Republican Governor Joe Lombardo held a roundtable on Monday to hear from students and parents in favor of School Choice Bill AB 40. Lombardo says the state is a victim of its own success with a rapid growing population along with its growing class sizes. He says bringing in more choices will help with this problem.
And if you bring school choice into the mechanism, you expand that number of infrastructure that is available to the process or to the problem. And eventually you'll continue to build that out as we work forward.
Democrats against the bill say the scholarships, which range from around $8,000 to $12,000 each, would go to families who could already afford a private education. The bill would make scholarships eligible for families who make up to $150,000 a year. Funding for these opportunity scholarships would grow from $25 million right now to a projected $500 million. That would be in addition to the $2 billion in funding for public education, a big part of it in this bill. As for what the governor says to those who oppose the bill,
I've given you the ability to fund it. With a $2 billion injection into this budget cycle, there's no excuses to be had. So what is the other solution outside of the funding is opportunity and choice.
Now, this is Assembly Bill 400, and it had a hearing, but it currently hasn't had a vote on it just yet.